Things are happening here in Kuilsriver. This morning I heard 2 loud bangs with a bit of silence, followed by another 2 loud bangs, and then just police sirens going off. It was in the direction of Zevenwacht Mall, so I don't know exactly what's happened, but it's clear that there's certain people and certain elements that actually want to cause havoc on the streets. And this is of big concern to me, because we do not want a state of emergency. Anyone that goes and causes violence in any kind of way that could cause a state of emergency is playing 100% into the New World Order agenda. They want to be able to walk in with the United Nations into South Africa and make as if they are saving us from utter destruction. So anyone that is fomenting violence on the ground and actually causing destruction is not helping our cause at all. We want to, in big numbers, in large numbers, that we are assembling on Move 1 Million. We want to make sure that we can show the world that we are better than violence, that we are better than our own government, who's using the police for violence against us. So it's important to know that we have to change the way that we do things, and the way the world sees us needs to be plain and simply that we are not violent, that we are peaceful people, that there's no reason for the UN to come here, and that we will sort out our own problems, especially through the direct elections process. So we have to put pressure on government to bring a direct election system to place fast, or resign and come up with new elections so we can elect people that will put direct elections in place. This is very important. So violence on the ground is not going to help at all. And the people that are spreading violence and talking about violence, they are fighting and batting for the New World Order. And I have to make this plain and clear. They have planned since the 70s in South Africa in many meetings for this time now. And these things are going down at the moment, and we are the resistance to that. And we have to resist through being law-abiding citizens and using all avenues that is in our grasp. And when I mean law-abiding, following the current constitutional path. Now, there's problems with our constitution, but we can use the current constitution in our favor. And we can use the constitutional court in our favor and just stick to those rules and to the laws that are backed by the constitution. Because these rules and regulations the government has come up with are not constitutional. So they cannot say that those rules and regulations they come up with for this Disaster Management Act, that they are laws. They're not. And it's clear that many people in the public don't understand this, but they are starting to wake up to this en masse. And people are starting to do what they want. And I can tell you, Saturday we went past Melkbos Strand to see what's happening at the beach. The beach was packed. It looked like a normal Saturday with a beach packed full of people. I didn't want to take footage to put anyone in the spotlight, but there were people everywhere, and most of them weren't wearing masks because they were out at the beach. So it just shows you that people have decided to go back to normal. I can tell you in the past in Melkbos, there were snitches. They would phone the police on anyone they would see walking on the beach. They would phone the police and they would put it on the Melkbos Strand group. So people's minds have changed, and now whatever the majority are doing, the rest follow like sheep. So Move 1 Million is a group where a large quantity of people can assemble to be moved in various directions. And Jared Petzer is leading that group at this stage. There's way over 100,000 people on there. We need to grow that to 1 million and then carry on from there to make it even larger. So we are in communication continuously. We're looking at what's happening on the ground. There's a lot going down right now in Cape Town. And I want to speak to Fadil Adams. I want to meet with Fadil. We've spoken before on Facebook. And I want to ask what his intentions are. We need a new government as soon as possible. We need direct elections. I want to see if he can get behind that, because if violence is the only way they see forward, then they haven't looked at this option, and hopefully they can get behind it. If they don't, then they become a part of the problem. And I hope that he will change his mind and that he will actually get behind what we're doing with direct elections, and that we need to directly elect our leaders. He can put himself forward as the president of the country or an MP in parliament or whatever, and then he can have his say for his community. This is the best way to do this. It's a non-violent way, and it works within our constitution, and the police and the military should all support this. I ask the people in the police to consider what we are doing. This is legal, it's patriotic, it's the right thing to do, and you should support us in those actions. We will never cause violence anywhere. I'm dead against it. I'm a South African patriot. I am not a warmonger, a fearmonger like our government, or a terrorist like our government. I'm a South African citizen, and I'm proud to be one. And I'm proud of my heritage. I don't have to apologize for anything. And nobody in this country does. And what we need to do is look after the most vulnerable in our communities, because they are suffering right now. And if we take care of the most vulnerable, we don't have to speak about color, ever. I absolutely hate it when that happens, because we will take care of the people that need things the most, the elderly, the sickly, and the most vulnerable, the children especially. They're just forgotten. Politicians don't speak about them. I will keep you updated throughout the day. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon as we prepare to go on a very long trip. There's a lot we need to take care of very fast now before we actually leave, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. Thank you very much.